across the country and have been competing since Wednesday. The United States Life Saving Association organized the event. Well, our Nick Mantis joins us now with a look at sports. And Nick, there's the Detroit Lions tight end who may be a great athlete at not one, but two sports.
Yes, Shamir. Devin Funchess was making some big plays last night in the Detroit Lions' first preseason game, and the Detroit native has turned to a very different sport during the offseason. We're going to tell you what it is. Plus, some former Michigan State football players were making their first plays of the preseason games that they debuted in. We're going to fill you in on how they all did when we come back.
This is the 6 Sports Desk.
Oh, ball dropped. Oh, what a disaster. Blau, unfortunately, could not hang on to it.
Yeah, let's just forget that ever happened. That costly fumble at the end of the Detroit Lions' first preseason game led to a game-winning drive by the Atlanta Falcons. But before we saw any of that, there were some great things from Detroit native and University of Michigan alum Devin Funchess, who signed with the Lions this offseason. Right before halftime, Funchess ran a fade route and made a great catch while falling down in the back corner of the end zone. Then during the fourth quarter, he found some space and goes ahead and hurdles an Atlanta defender before going out of bounds. Funchess told reporters after the game that he picked up gymnastics with his daughter over a year ago because she wanted to try it out. He mostly practices down in Florida and thanked his gymnastics coaches for helping him make athletic plays like this one.
My coach, Kathy, she's everything to me. She's my one coach that let me have all the fun in the world. So it's just, I love her to death and I appreciate her.
What is that? How does that translate towards football?
Just spatial awareness, understanding where you are in the air, core, everything. Just I get to basically slow time down.
What's harder?
What's harder? Gymnastics. Gymnastics. Just because it's, I mean, you see all the gymnasts, and it's just real mental. It's real mental work. Some of my bloopers are the worst, scariest bloopers in the world. So I see why Simone and everybody just sits out just because you really got to be locked in before you go do one of those flips.
Well, I have to pick up gymnastics because that sounds pretty good. Well, some other guys who played right here in the state of Michigan while making their NFL debuts tonight. Two former Michigan State stars, Kenneth Walker for the Seattle Seahawks and Connor Hayward for the Pittsburgh Steelers, played in their first NFL games against each other. So let's show you how they did. How about the first play for the Seahawks offense? K9 taking it right up the middle behind his huge offensive line for about 8 yards. He would get 5 carries and only 19 yards in this dress rehearsal of a game. A couple minutes later, Connor Hayward helped out his new quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, by making an outstanding catch and going full extension. Hayward would bring in 2 catches for 24 yards and a 2-point conversion as the Steelers would go on to win it 32-25 thanks to a game-winning drive from rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett. As for the current Michigan State Spartans, one of the newest faces has been making his new home in East Lansing while showing his big personality to all those around him. Transfer tight end Daniel Barker knows all too well about the ups and downs of a Big Ten football season. The last time Barker played in Spartan Stadium, he was scoring a game-winning touchdown against MSU in 2019. The 6'4", 250-pound athletic weapon is sure to add to the Spartans' offensive firepower, but his positive smile-first personality is what's already impacting those around him. And MSU tight ends coach Ted Gilmore told us his pros and cons of having a guy like Daniel Barker.
Once he learns it all, once it slows down for him, this young man has some skills. I'm glad we have him. My biggest challenge with him is to get him to be quiet. So if you've been around him, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, speaking of some Spartans, incoming Michigan State tennis freshman and Okemos alum Ozan Barish had a chance to punch his ticket to the finals match of the USTA Under-18 Championships, but due to today's bad weather, he'll have to wait another day. The 18-year-old is the 11th seed and was supposed to play against the 2nd seed and Fresno, California native Ethan Quinn. Their original start time was at 11:30 this morning at Stowe Stadium on the campus of Kalamazoo College, but despite there being an indoor tennis facility on campus, the USTA said that the match must be played indoors because of an automatic wildcard exemption to the U.S. Open, which is on the line. And those are the rules. Now, Barish officially starts school at MSU on August 31st, so being able to qualify for the U.S. Open at such a young age would be a major milestone for him.
His ultimate goal is to play professional tennis, and that's just playing at the U.S. Open is a great step in that direction. Obviously, right now, if you take the top 100 players, the average age is 27, so he still has a long ways to go. But there's no doubt in my mind he's going to climb that ladder and get
just a chance to compete against the pros and see where my level is at. That would be awesome. Yeah, it would mean the world to me. That's where I want to be sooner than later.
We'll keep you posted on tomorrow's matches, but for now, stay with us because we got a final look at your forecast. We're after the break.
Going to be a very chilly night for us here in mid-Michigan. Overnight lows falling down to 56 degrees as those scattered rain showers still continue. They will still be lingering in the area as we move throughout the morning hours of the day tomorrow. Then things will begin to clear up by the afternoon. High temperatures will be right back into the upper 70s as we move throughout the day on Monday. Lower 80s as we finish off the rest of this week. We see more dry weather and sunshine starting on Monday, even moving throughout the next weekend as well. Our next major chance of rain, some scattered rain showers possibly on Monday.
All right, rain, go away.
Yeah, and I'm going to get into that 70s, so I think
Yeah.
we're going to be okay as we move forward into the next couple of weeks. I act like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to weather patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
The way the numbers looked on the graphic, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
It's gonna be
excited
some
too.
nice weather.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold tonight, so
Yeah.
we'll bundle up and do what we need to do.
Exactly, because then it comes back into the regular fall feeling. It felt like fall today, which was nice. It was like a little preview of like, this is coming.
No.
So just be ready for it.
Summer stay.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us for 6 News at 11. We'll see you right back here in the morning.